A Pasco County man who says he's been having trouble getting satisfaction from a mobile home dealer wrote to 8 On Your Side for help. News Watch 8's Steve Overton is here with the story. Steve?
Bob, Harry Bateman bought that mobile home in July. Now it's used, so he figured there'd be some problems. But he says the one thing he didn't count on in this heat was a broken air conditioner. Take a look at Harry's air conditioner thermostat. It's set on 60, but it's 96 degrees.
It's unbearable. And August and September were worse. We had to leave and go to town. It was just too miserable to stay in the trailer.
That's not the only problem Harry has. When it rains, water comes in through this light fixture. And when you apply some pressure to the floor in the bathroom, the toilet jiggles. When Harry bought the trailer, the dealer, Interstate Mobile Homes, was working on the floors and ceiling. The sales contract says floors and ceiling will be finished. And it also says the central air and heat are in good working order.
What's been done by you to get them out here?
I've called him, and called him. At first, he'd promise and promise. The last 4 or 5 weeks, he doesn't even answer the phone.
8 On Your Side contacted Interstate Monday, and in a few minutes, President Larry Guilford and Vice President Carl Hill were going over Harry's trailer with a fine-tooth comb. By today, things were improving.
The floor seems to be fixed fine. The roof's been well taken care of. The air conditioner seemed to be working until they left, and we found another leak in the duct, which they have promised to fix. If they do, I'll be tickled to death.
And a few minutes after Harry made that statement, Interstate Mobile Homes was back out seeing about repairing the air conditioner once and for all. Interstate was very responsive to this complaint and has only one other complaint on file at any consumer agency, and that complaint is also going to be resolved. Perhaps the other customer will be satisfied as comfortably as Mr. Bateman.
That's so. Thank you, Steve.
All right, Steve. Senator Lawton Childs and his audience agreed on the problem today, but the audience had little to say about one of the senator's proposed solutions. The ranking minority member of the Senate Budget Committee met this morning with members of Tampa's Chamber of Commerce. Everyone agreed getting the federal budget deficit under control is a top priority. The Child says that will mean more taxes, including one businesses usually oppose.
If you had a minimum tax on corporations, those that are not paying any taxes now would have to pay their fair share. I think you could do some kind of minimum tax on individuals. I don't think you'd have to raise anybody's individual tax rate to get the amount of revenue that you would need.
None of the chamber members responded to the senator's claims too many corporations wind up paying little, if any, taxes, by the way. Florida's investments in South Africa will stay there at least until the legislature takes action to change the law. According to Insurance Commissioner Bill Gunter, the state cannot divest its interest in South Africa because the current criteria is strictly financial, not political or moral. Gunter said today it's time the state balanced its financial interests with moral responsibility.
An environmental group says its fight to prevent the leasing of offshore oil sites along the Florida Gulf Coast is picking up steam. Today, the Florida Public Research Group announced it has gathered more than 20,000 signatures on postcards urging strict limitations on offshore drilling. The group says fishing grounds are particularly vulnerable.
Any drilling will severely limit, threaten, or even eliminate the already very precarious economic state of the fisheries in Apalachicola Bay and the Florida Keys.
The group is demanding Governor Graham protect Florida's Gulf Coast when negotiations on the lease sites begin in November. Bill?
Well, the only indication that it's really October is the calendar because the weather surely isn't showing it. Bob Barron will be here next to tell us when we might expect an end to the fall heat wave. Stay with us.
If you have a drinking problem, you probably have a disease, a progressive disease that weakens the structure of the family, that undermines the love that's the foundation of the family, that can tear the family apart and destroy everything you built together. A progressive disease called alcoholism. So next time you feel like reaching for a drink, reach for the phone instead. Call Care Unit. Nobody cares the way we do.
I'm Stanley Gaines. I believe in our Champion battery so strongly, I'll tell you what. If the Champion fails to start your car under normal operating conditions during the first year, return it, and we'll replace it absolutely free. After all, there's really only one reason to buy a battery. To start your car.
The new Champion. Weeknights at 7, the battle of the sexes rages on.
What is it, them a class?
You know how to work those women, don't you?
Oh, yeah, they're all of them dumb.
And learn what goes on behind closed doors.
Steve has a naked juggler act that he does.
Usually I'm on him.
Oh, congratulations.
He usually falls off the bed, so it's really kind of funny.
It's the new Newlywed Game, weeknights at 7, followed by Sale of the Century on Channel 8.
I should have married somebody with the brains, not good looks.
It's here now. The store where you can choose crafts that make your home more beautiful. It's here now. America's premier lawn, garden, and craft center. Come here now. Have fun creating with an incredible selection of crafts at prices you'd expect from discount stores. Come in now to Frank's Nursery and Crafts. Save 20 to 50% now on hundreds of crafts, including those for Christmas.